Do you have a brilliant startup idea? Visit our website at eapla.com to schedule a Blue Couch meeting and launch your startup journey today.
Welcome back to On the Cusp podcast, and there's going to be a lot of firsts in this one, okay?
Yeah.
So I got Matt Snyder, my co-host, back with me.
Thank you, Dave.
And we've got a repeat, okay, with us.
Second one ever.
Second repeat that we've ever done with John Dudley and Chasing Aces. John, welcome back.
Man, thanks for having me. It's been a journey.
It has.
I think we did that podcast almost 3 years ago.
Almost 3 years ago.
Or over 3 years ago.
This is a lot.
It's in 2022,
And
so it's
a lot is
2026.
Yeah. And oh, by the way, we're actually here at Chasing Aces, and this is our first remote site.
On location.
We've done all the rest of them at the BRF, but we had to come on location for John's second one.
Well, Dave, I walked into your office 5 years ago with a dream and a piece of paper, and now we're sitting in this $20 million facility.
It's crazy.
And so it's not just one facility now.
No. So
Tell us about what's happening with Chasing Aces.
like I said when I came to you, we're going to build a national brand, and everything I've done is set up to do that. You know, I've been driven to do that. As soon as we got the okay that we're going to make it happen here in Bossier City and start the construction here, I started going out plotting to try to get the next locations, and now we're starting to bear some fruit. Once we opened up Chasing Aces in the summer of 2025, we got some traction, and we've been nurturing those relationships. And we have 2 sites in Alabama that are going to go up. One that's in Opelika, which is a suburb of Auburn, Alabama. It's about 4 miles from the university. Really, really great community. When we went there, it was so welcoming, meeting the mayor and all the municipalities. It's just a great experience. Once they see something, you know, that's the hardest thing about an entrepreneur. Yeah. We have all this vision in our head.
Yeah.
We have all these things going on, and to talk about something and give somebody a pitch sheet or even go in, it doesn't matter what it is, they can't see the vision that you truly have. But once we were able to realize Bossier City and what Chasing Aces really is, now I can bring investors right here and say, hey, This is what we're going to build for you. This is the type of community engagement that we're going to have. These are the programs that, not on paper, these are programs we're actually doing that are making an impact in our community. And being able to do that, it's an easy sell to go across the country. So we have a great investor in Alabama that's doing both of these sites, working with the Opelika municipality and economic development team, and also the Hoover municipality economic development team. They've been very eager and supportive of us coming in, not only by welcoming us, but creating financial incentives for us to be able to make an opportunity to better their community.
Wow, that is really incredible. Congratulations on all of that. It's
Thank
really,
you.
and you know, this has really been kind of a culture changer in our community. Yeah. I know my family comes here. We love it. My youngest daughter, she is going to start the academy here. She never played golf.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because that's so important to me, the like changing culture of our area. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again, that we are lagging behind in a lot of ways, and it doesn't get talked about enough. We have great economic things happening in Shreveport-Bossier right now, and they're getting a lot of talk, but we got to talk about that part too. And one thing that I didn't know when we talked 3 years ago to expect that has impacted my life was I have a 9-year-old little boy, and the places we've gone to birthday parties in the last 2 or 3 years have not been elite. They have not been to the caliber I would call if you lived in a bigger city. And I bet the last 5 birthday parties I've gone with Jack to have been here at Chasing Aces.
That's great.
And it is the most fun. The attendance of fathers at birthday parties has skyrocketed.
Yes.
And it's a blast. Another thing that I didn't think would happen with Chasing Aces was I've had so many meetings here. Like, hey, you want to meet for lunch and go hit some balls? You want to meet?
Yep.
You want to have a small event and invite 5 or 10 guys? Let's go to Chasing Aces. It's been wonderful for a lower key business meeting.
I love the fact that we were able to create a community environment. First and foremost, we're an FEC, a family entertainment center. We're focused on golf, but we're also focused on those family experiences. Our home run dugout room is one of the greatest party rooms around.
Yeah.
It's a great experience. If you love baseball, softball, it's a perfect place to have a birthday party. We've got our putting course dialed in. It's really good for one thing that we're doing with the schools. So, I made a promise to the community that I was going to have every child come here for free. And we're living up to that promise. So every 6th grader in Bossier Parish has been coming through here and will come through here by the end of the year. And we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going with that. John. So they have the 6th graders field trip for Bossier Parish is Chasing Aces. So we bring them in. We show them a little bit of how to hit the ball on the swing bays with our private instructors. And then we take them out on the putting course and give them that experience and give them a little pizza party. And it's been a great thing so far. Another thing that we're doing with the high schools, we started a series called the Aces Cup right now we're in the long drive contest. We got a big old trophy for them. But we're also going to do baseball. We're going to have a golf tournament and a putting discipline. So it's really been good to be able to give back to the community.
Yeah, Renner's on the Bird golf team, and they came and did a fundraiser
awesome.
with John Dudley, and they had a ball.
It's awesome. Bird has a chance of winning the Aces Cup, but you better watch out. The boys from Airline are pretty stout.
Oh, really?
Oh, there's one kid. His name is Andrew Shuri, and he can just pound the ball.
He can hammer it. Huh?
He hits it 330 every time. But when he reaches for it, he's hitting it 350. And there's a kid from Magnet that's 16 years old. His name is Eli Hart, and he can hit it 350 yards, and he's 16. I mean, just crazy.
It's crazy what some of these young kids are doing. I mean, Shreveport's golf scene, you talk about something that hits way above its weight. Shreveport's golf scene
got some good golfers.
Way better than it should be for a 200,000 person.
We're working on having a partnership with a pro that's right up and coming from this area. We're real close to getting that partnership. I hope we get there, Phil.
Yeah.
That would really be nice.
God, that would be amazing.
John,
yeah.
I mean, you had a great vision. You kicked it off. What have been the real challenges for you and Chasing Aces here since you actually kicked off?
Since we actually opened, the communities embraced us, municipalities embraced us, but there, as you know, running a business, there's so many things that you do not foresee that are going to happen. There's so many different obstacles that you have to overcome, and a business of the magnitude of what we've built here, I'm able to touch a small percentage and give my vision to oversee. So building a team that can align with your vision is key, and that's what I've focused on, because I can't control what every server does. I can't control what every line cook does. I can't, you can't control that. But what you can instill in them is the vision of what we're looking for as a national brand, and love on these people. And we've tried to do a real good job with that. Most of the struggles in a business are limited in our minds. What we limit ourselves to be and do. Most of our struggles are struggles that we can't overcome.
So I believe in that totally. That like people limit themselves, and I've found myself, and I've watched a lot of my entrepreneur friends the more successful you are, the easier it is to get complacent, you know? So like, can you talk about, like, you've done it. I mean, in a big way, you've had that on the paper and it's outshined what most probably people thought this could be.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. So how do you get up the guts to go put it back on the line again over and over in new locations?
Well, I'm a gambling man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You know, it's just one of those things that when you're building something, you know, I felt like when I opened this that I would get this sense of relief that I've done it.
Right.
And I wanted to have this, you know, I felt like I would have this validation. Okay, you've made it to this step. Well, that's just not how it works in entrepreneurship.
That's right.
So as soon as we got open, you know, I told my wife, I was like, I don't feel like we've accomplished anything. We're just getting started. And, you know, so I made the, you know, prediction that I'm going to do 25 locations in 7 years, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to have 4 locations by the time 2026 is up, and running into 27, I'm going to hit that 10 locations in 18 months by the time I open. That was my goal. So we're gonna hit that number, and we're going to hit 25 in 7 years.
That is incredible.
And hopefully, when that 25 comes, I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to do
You're
more.
ready to go to the next big challenge.
I'm-
How has the workforce been? A lot of things we deal with, you know, people come to us and say, oh, there's no workforce, people won't work, whatever.
I tell you what, I'm so proud of the staff at Chasing Aces. I'm so proud of how we were able to come together and the type of young people that we were able to bring in. You know, I've walked into a bunch of kitchens.
Yeah.
I walked into a bunch of kitchens, and most of them are so dysfunctional and so disgruntled. And this kitchen, there's no yelling. They're humming. We had some challenges at first because we don't know what's going on, but we're able to put out quality food and at a timely, and it's just running right. And that's the heartbeat of a restaurant, is that kitchen. You know, if the server doesn't have what they need to give to the guest is going to be frustrated. You know, so and then the server pool that we have, they've been great. You know, we've had to, you know, we hired a bunch, and we knew we were going to hire a bunch, and then scale down to what we needed. And we've gotten down to that, and I'm really proud of all the staff members that have come here, from the upper management all the way to the guy who, you know, does the janitorial work.
Yeah.
They all work
so
as a team.
you didn't have any challenge, really?
There's, you know, define challenges. I mean, there's challenges in every...
All day,
There's
every
challenges
day.
in
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
There are people out in our community that want to work, and if they are put in the right environment, they will work for you, and they'll work hard for you. You got to love on employees if you want to create an environment where they're going to stay.
Let me
And
make
that's
an
what we do.
argument about that too. When you're doing things that are on the edge and they're exciting and they're changing the culture of our area, people want to work there.
Yeah.
I have a lot of clients that haven't done anything innovative in a long time.
Yeah.
And they have a hard time staffing. Yeah. Like that's a real thing. I believe that if we take more chances to drive the culture and catch up to a lot of these cities around us, those kind of problems don't exist for this kind of company as much. I mean, sure, you still have to hire. There's sure challenges with that. But I guarantee you the bowling alley on Mansfield Road has a harder time staffing than Chasing Aces.
Yeah, if we needed 10 new employees today, we'd have them today.
Right.
That is great.
And that's
news.
nothing against
If we needed 10 new
Yeah, and
employees
nothing
today,
against bowling. I
at
love
all.
bowling.
No.
Okay. But
No, it's our community needs entrepreneurs that are willing to take a chance, because nobody else is coming. Okay? If
Right.
you want to build this
That's
community,
right.
it's going to have to be built by people that are in this community and that believe in it. If we want this community to keep growing, you're going to have to say, am I the person that's going to do it, or I'm going to be the problem that talks about it?
And I want to go further, because the entrepreneurs that go out and want to do this, we need the professional people in this town, the bankers, other type of people, to help, to give them a chance, because we're not going to have 1,000 new entrepreneurs in our region tomorrow. We're not. They're few and far between, because you got to have a lot of guts.
It's a special breed.
And so you better be ready, bankers and lawyers and everybody else, to help those people. If we are being a deterrence to those people, then don't complain about the city.
Well, they're not going to come and help you. No one's going to come and help you get it done. You're going to have to go out, find the resources to be able to do it, and it takes a lot of determination. It takes a lot of sleepless nights. I remember, Dave, when we started this, I went 21 days without sleeping because I knew I had a great idea.
Yeah.
And I had to figure out how I was going to do it, because I made a lot of big promises to a lot of people, and it takes a lot of pressure. And that's the biggest thing about entrepreneurship. Can you withstand the pressure?
Right.
And the people that withstand the pressure can move forward, and the people that can't, don't.
That is a true
That's
statement.
100% true.
This is great. This has really been good. I appreciate you letting us come here today.
Yeah,
and
it's awesome.
Start this podcast.
I appreciate you, Dave. I do.
And we appreciate everything you're doing, man.
Thank you, brother.
Best of luck.
Yeah, it's great having you here.
Enjoy the podcast? We would love your feedback about today's show and who you think should be our next guest. Send us an email at info@eapla.com. Also, be sure to share the show and leave a comment on our social media post.